That certainly is one of those reasons, but there are many others. For example, something that hasn't been mentioned yet is the effects of globalization. With globalization, there's greater competition. And so workers, if they really ask for too much or they ask for more, there is always the risk that their jobs can go overseas. You point out the manufacturing sector, as that has shrunken, that has also hurt unionization. But now we have a different trend, and that is reshoring, or in some cases, friendshoring. And so if you now have jobs coming back to the United States in the manufacturing sector, that will stimulate to some extent unionization. In fact, last year, we had an increase of 200,000 people joining unions last year. And as others have mentioned, we've seen a great impetus for companies to become unionized, whether it's a Starbucks, whether it's Amazon. We are moving in that direction. And one of the reasons for that is that we are seeing shortages of labor. In March of 2022, you had 2 job openings for every person that was unemployed. That's come down a little bit as the economy may be slowing to maybe it is now at 1.7, and that will continue to slow as the economy to some extent slows down even further. But when you have this massive shortage of workers, that will empower workers to some extent. But at the same time, you can't completely reverse the trends that we've seen since the 1960s, where unionization was much higher and now it's much lower. So we're going to see an increase in unionization, but it's a slow pace, and it will take a long time to increase that number. And it's unlikely that it's going to go back to the levels that we saw in the 1950s.